Coming next on Nickelodeon.
All aboard! Calling all railroad buffs and collectors. Here's your chance to own a piece of railroad history. Experience the romance and adventure of traveling with the world's most beautiful train. Now, from Time in Motion comes this glorious limited edition train watch. Experience the nostalgic thrill of the 30s as this beautiful train makes a complete run around the face of the watch. You can almost hear the hum of the tracks. Thanks to its precision quartz movement and genuine Swiss parts, your train watch will be on time year after year. Along with its handsomely appointed gold tone case, designer strap, and 2-year limited warranty, this unique timepiece is sure to be the topic of conversation. The glorious times of yesteryear joins the space technology of today. Order your train watch now. It makes a great gift. All aboard! Here's how to order.
To order your train watch, use your credit card and call 1-800-327-8000 or send $19.95 plus $4 shipping to Train Watch, P.O. Box 4520, Omaha, Nebraska. This Monday, get moronic. More on Nick.
Hello? What's this?
It's 5 straight hours of Yogi Bear. Monday starting at 3/2 Central on Nick.
I took a chance this time and try to save a couple of dollars.
The service wasn't there. So I went to AT&T and stayed with AT&T.
I don't want gimmicks. I want a long-distance phone company I can count on.
If you miss dealing with AT&T, come back now for free. It's easy. Just call 1-800-526-0500.
And the reason we switched initially was because of the, we're going to see this dramatic drop in our phone bill, and we didn't.
I mean, what's the point? They can't offer me substantially cheaper rates from what I've seen.
At AT&T, when we promise you savings, you get them. In fact, nobody gives you more ways to save. Come back now for free.
And it was just like a hassle figuring out both bills, both sets, and so we just said, hey, we just scrapped it and just now we get one phone bill and that's it. It's a lot easier to pay.
AT&T makes everything easy. Come back now. 1-800-526-0500 for the service and value you deserve.
This is the story of 2 houses. 4 years ago, the Taylor house was painted. In the same year, the Baker house had beautiful vinyl siding from Sears installed. Today, the Taylor house is peeling and cracking again. But the Baker house, with vinyl siding from Sears, looks as good as the day it was installed.
If you want to enhance the beauty of your entire home, or if you have a brick home with just hard-to-paint eaves and overhangs, do it right with maintenance-free vinyl siding from Sears.
And do it now, because you can save $500 and make no payments until March 1992 if you act now.
So if you want your home to look fresh and new year after year and enjoy big savings, don't pick up a paintbrush, pick up a phone and call for your free estimate now.
Call 1-800-492-8300 now for your free in-home estimate on Sears installed siding. Save $500 and make no payments until March of 1992. Call 1-800-492-8300.
Lassie will be right back, so don't go away, doggone it.
Great legs.
Thank you.
How do you get them?
I used to do aerobics till I dropped. Then I found Thigh Master. Every single time you squeeze Thigh Master, you strengthen and tone right where you need it. So it's easy to squeeze your way to shapely hips and thighs.
I thought I'd never fit into these jeans again. Thank you, Thigh Master.
I recommend it and use it.
The secret to shapely thighs is exercising these muscles with just the right resistance. This balanced resistance coil is designed to give you results quickly and comfortably. Want to tone your upper chest and arms? Thigh Master will give you excellent results. Thigh Master. We may not have been born with great legs, but now we can look like we were.
To order your Thigh Master, call 1-800-327-8000. Have your credit card ready or send check or money order for $19.95 plus $4.50 for shipping and handling to this address. No CODs, please. If you're not fully satisfied, return it in 30 days for your money back. Plus, if you call right now, we'll also send you Suzanne's Slender for Life plan absolutely free. Thigh Master is not available in stores, so act right now.
Now, on Nickelodeon News Flash, kids are attempting to build time machines so they can race through the week and go straight to Sunday, where they'll find Doug, Rugrats, and Ren and Stimpy, Nickelodeon's new cartoons. Is it worth altering the fabric of reality to see Nickelodeon's new cartoons now? You bet your Bunsen burner it is. Until kid scientists perfect the pursuit of time travel, you'll have to wait for Doug, Rugrats, and Ren and Stimpy, Nicktoons, calculated to arrive every Sunday starting at 10, 9 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
You're watching Nickelodeon. And now, back to Lassie. The Little Bits are next
8, 7, 6.
on Nick Jr.
We're filling up our planet with junk. How can kids stop it? Find out. Watch Nickelodeon Special Edition, The Day the Earth Threw Up, today at 6:30, 5:30 Central on Nickelodeon.
I took a chance this time and try to save a couple of dollars.
The service wasn't there. So I went to AT&T and stayed with AT&T.
I don't want gimmicks. I want a long-distance phone company I can count on.
If you miss dealing with AT&T, come back now for free. It's easy. Just call 1-800-526-0500.
And the reason we switched initially was because of the, we're going to see this dramatic drop in our phone bill, and we didn't.
I mean, what's the point? They can't offer me substantially cheaper rates from what I've seen.
At AT&T, when we promise you savings, you get them. In fact, nobody gives you more ways to save. Come back now for free.
And it was just like a hassle figuring out both bills, both sets, and so we just said, hey, we just scrapped it and just now we get one phone bill and that's it. It's a lot easier to pay.
AT&T makes everything easy. Come back now. 1-800-526-0500 for the service and value you deserve.
This is the story of two houses. 4 years ago, the Taylor house was painted. In the same year, the Baker house had beautiful vinyl siding from Sears installed. Today, the Taylor house is peeling and cracking again. But the Baker house, with vinyl siding from Sears, looks as good as the day it was installed.
If you want to enhance the beauty of your entire home, or if you have a brick home with just hard-to-paint eaves and overhangs, do it right with maintenance-free vinyl siding from Sears.
And do it now, because you can save $500 and make no payments until March 1992 if you act now.
So if you want your home to look fresh and new year after year and enjoy big savings, don't pick up a paintbrush, pick up a phone and call for your free estimate now.
Call 1-800-492-8300 now for your free in-home estimate on Sears installed siding. Save $500 and make no payments until March of 1992. Call 1-800-492-8300.
We made this film for Nickelodeon. We all did different jobs, and when we put it together, it looked like this.
The Little Bits will be right back after these messages.
We're the babies, little babies, many, many little babies. We are fun. Many, many, many little babies. Get to know us, get to hold us, each and every little baby, one by one. Little babies, so many little babies, so many different babies. We're a great big family of fun. We're so many, many different babies, a great big family.
48 different little babies, each sold separately. Collect them all.
Golden sweet, honey treat, bunch that makes it fun to eat. That's why we all love our honeycomb. See that shape? Here is one. See those kids go much, much, much. We all love the taste of honeycomb. Well, it's the come as no surprise. Kids of every shape and size. Love what honeycomb provides. That shape and honey taste they pride. Honey, 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 open wide. Come inside, punch until you're satisfied. Everyone, one loves honeycomb.
Part of a complete breakfast.
Yeah. Put the pieces into the slot, make the right selection. But be quick, you're racing the clock. Pop goes perfection.
Perfection is the action-packed game where you race to fit the shapes into the slots, but you better be quick, or perfection will pop.
This piece here and that piece there. Put those pieces everywhere. But be quick or beware. Pop goes perfection.
I did it!
Perfection from Milton Bradley.
And now back to the Little Bits on Nick Jr.
Oh, knick-knack.
Eureeka's Castle.
Patty Whack to give the dog a bone.
Coming next on Nick Jr.
It's big. It's new. It's coming every Sunday, and it's...
Me, Doug.
That's right, Doug. Don't miss Doug this Sunday and every Sunday at 10, 9 Central, only on Nickelodeon.
We're hungry!
Play Hungry, Hungry Hippos!
Fun, 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 fun. They're hungry, hungry hippos. It's a wild, wild race. Feed your hippos space. They're hungry, hungry hippos.
It's Hungry, Hungry Hippos. Whoever gobbles up the most marbles wins.
You better eat fast, fast. Food won't last. They're hungry, hungry hippos. It's fun, fun, fun. Ton, ton, ton. They're hungry, hungry hippos.
Hungry, Hungry Hippos from Milton Bradley.
This dude is a hunky chunk of easy chewing bubble yum bubblegum. And this is Reggie, a land roving turtle from the islands of Galapagos. Both are big, but only one is soft. Big soft chunk bubble yum keeps it popping.
This is a chunk of super soft bubble yum bubblegum. This is a loud thumping, tune pumping boombox. Both are known for blast. But on the yum is the fun that never blows out. Big mouth busting bubble yum keeps it popping.
The dolphin, beautiful and elegant, has inspired mankind with its intelligence and grace since the beginning of time. Now, through Time and Motion and this special TV offer, you can honor our endangered friends with this one-of-a-kind, limited edition Dolphin Watch. Just see the graceful dolphin leap in and out of the emerald blue water over a beautiful rainbow, keeping perfect time second by second. The colorful face, high-luster gold-tone case, and designer strap will surely be the envy of all your friends. And thanks to the precision quartz movement with genuine Swiss parts, your Dolphin Watch will be accurate for years to come. Remember, this collectible Dolphin Watch is not available in stores and is only available through this special TV offer. It makes a great gift. Here's how to order.
For rush delivery of your Dolphin Watch, use your credit card and call 1-800-424-0700. Or send $19.95 plus $4 shipping to Dolphin Watch, P.O. Box 4520, Omaha, Nebraska. It makes a great gift. Order now.
Look at me, I'm walking. Look at me, I'm walking. She walks all by herself. Look at me, I'm walking. She's Mommy's big girl now. Walk, walk, wanna walk, a baby wanna walk. Seems like only yesterday she was crawling. She still likes to crawl, but she really loves to walk. Look at me, I'm walking. She makes me so proud. Walk to Mommy, sweetie. Walk, walk, wanna walk, a baby wanna walk.
Baby Wanna Walk, the only baby doll that crawls and walks.
Hey, Jack. Nice bumping into you.
Sugar Bear, Super Golden Crisp cereal.
Worth coming down the beanstalk for. There's a taste of honey in every bite of Super Golden Crisp with a honey crunch.
I just can't get enough of.
Watch your back, Jack.
Fee, fi, fo, fum. That looks good, and I want some.
Sorry, big guy.
Everybody's falling for that great honey crunch. Part of this nutritious breakfast.
Can't get enough Super Golden Crisp. Love that honey crunch.
The following program is part of Cable in the Classroom, a service of the cable television industry and your local cable company.
A recent survey by Yankelovich Clancy Schulman pointed out that over 90% of the 811 teachers surveyed nationwide approve of using video in their classrooms. To help increase the variety of programming available to educators, Nickelodeon is providing the following commercial-free episode of Eureeka's Castle for you to use in your classroom. Eureeka's Castle is much more than simply an entertaining half-hour of television enjoyed by your preschool through grade 2 students. This show is a lively mix of puppetry, animation, and skits that can lead to creative activities in your classroom to help your students develop important socialization and cognitive skills. Eureeka is a young girl with many supernatural powers who is in training to become a sorceress. Her castle is the center for a lively group of regular characters who range from a wisecracking bat to singing fish made of stone. You can help your students become active, not passive video viewers by keeping a running list of these characters, their appearances and personalities. After a skit, stop the videotape and ask students to describe what happened, who did what, as you write these descriptions on the board or large pieces of paper. By putting written words to their verbal descriptions, you are helping your students develop important language skills, as well as learning to keep track of the sequence of the actions of their favorite characters. Each show will reveal something new or different about the characters, so the descriptions will become more complex as your students add to them. Once students get to know Eureeka and her friends, you may want to stimulate your students' narrative powers with a group story. Ask them to describe the cast of characters in a new or different setting, maybe even in your own classroom. Their story ideas can be captured in words or through pictures for all to see. More stories could result from the short segments in Eureeka's Castle that tell a story without using words. These segments allow you to pose all sorts of what-if questions. Here, for example, you could ask your students, what if the hamster who escaped in this video grew to be the size of a cow and could talk to us? You can use these thought balloons to help your students understand the feelings that lie behind behavior. Discussing what the thought balloons mean will encourage your students to observe behavior carefully and empathize with other people. You might wish to ask your students to cut out magazine pictures or draw their own pictures and have them suggest thought balloons that match the emotions of people in the pictures. Many skits in Eureeka's Castle are about moral dilemmas and choosing the right response to difficult situations. A skit may ask, what do you do if your favorite blanket is stolen? You can help your students learn from these dilemmas by initiating role plays based on similar situations that occur in their lives. Eureeka's Castle is a fast-paced and entertaining show that we believe can expand your classroom activities and enrich your students' learning. No matter how you choose to use it in your classroom, we hope you and your students enjoy Eureeka's Castle.
The preceding program is part of Cable in the Classroom, a service of the cable television industry and your local cable company.
Kids Court is now in session.
I think I'm very right.
Kids Court.
Fellas, heard about this new game called Splat? Oh, I hate when that happens.
Oh, we love it!
Splat, splat, splat and bugs is where it's at. Splat. That wasn't so bad. That was.
The game Splat. You make bugs in the Bug-O-Matic.
Don't splat my bugs.
If you don't want your bugs to get splatted, you got to be the first to get them to safety.
Splat and bugs is where it's at. Splat.
Oh,
I hate when that happens.
oh, we love it!
Splat.
From Milton Bradley.
Golden sweet, honey sweet, fun to make them fun to eat.
That's why we all love our honeycomb.
See that taste, here is one. See those kids go much, much, much.
We all love the taste of honeycomb.
Well, it should come as no surprise. Kids of every shape and size. Love what honeycomb provides. That shape and honey taste they pride.
Honey, 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 honey.
Open wide, come inside. Punch into your satisfied. Everyone, one loves honeycomb.
Part of a complete breakfast.
Yeah.
Set sail for adventure, the Pirates of Dark Water. Now, for the race with Ren and his stallion crew as they search for the treasures of rule. But beware,
Treasure's no good to a dead man.
Bluff and his wicked pirates are on the attack, so the race is armed for battle with a boulder-hurling catapult,
It's a deck Kong.
a power blast harpoon, and a mainsail glider.
You're sunk, boss.
The Pirates of Dark Water, each sold separately.
Swamp Thing, Guardian of the Earth. It all began as Dr. Alec Holland was working in his lab when evil Dr. Arcane attacked him. The lab exploded. Holland escaped, only to be transformed into Swamp Thing. Brace yourself for battle as Swamp Thing unleashes his might to combat evil Arcane and his monstrous unmen. Who has the power, the strength to save the world? Swamp Thing, Guardian of the Earth. Don't miss the exciting adventures of Swamp Thing, now on video cassette in toy stores everywhere.
The The following program is part of Cable in the Classroom, a service of the cable television industry and your local cable company.
A recent survey by Nickelodeon, Clancy, Schulman pointed out that over 90% of 811 teachers surveyed nationwide approve of using video in their classrooms. To help increase the variety of programming available to educators, Nickelodeon is providing the following commercial-free episode of Kids Court for you to use in your classroom. Our society believes that the rule of law, not the rule of force, is the best way to solve disputes among people. Yet our students are not usually given an opportunity to learn how legal decision-making occurs in civil court cases. Nickelodeon's Kids Court is a lively show where middle school students bring real everyday cases to a court of their peers. Using Kids Court in your classroom will give your students the opportunity to explore issues of fairness while strengthening their problem-solving and writing skills. To help your students sharpen these skills, ask them to keep a written record of the facts individually or in cooperative groups as they watch each case unfold. They will see active questioning by host Paul Provenza, testimony by expert witnesses, and opinions and answers posed by the student jury before the verdict is reached and sentences are voted on. A case fact sheet could include name of the plaintiff, name of the defendant, basic facts, expert or witness testimony, lawyer's summary, verdict, and options for sentencing. Once your students have gathered the facts, I'm sure you can think of many different directions for your lessons. For example, if you are emphasizing expository writing, ask your students to write a newspaper article based on a case from the show. Stress that they need to present with precision all the relevant facts while maintaining a balance between the views of both sides. Or you can ask students to practice their persuasive writing by assigning them to write an editorial in which they take the side of either the plaintiff or the defendant. Here, your students must marshal the facts to convince their readers to agree with a particular point of view. If time and resources allow, consider making your classroom into a kids' court. With the help of a few props, such as a gavel and a witness stand, your mock trials could help your students understand the civil court process. Many students probably think that most legal problems involve someone breaking a law and going to court. Yet many people go to civil court, not criminal court, to have disputes settled. In addition to helping you point out the difference between civil and criminal court, Kids Court lets your students explore how many disputes between people can be solved without a trial. Pick a case and stop the tape before the jury reaches a verdict. Ask your students to brainstorm all the ways they can think of to solve the dispute. Perhaps they could role-play an imagined dialogue between the plaintiff and the defendant so that the case is solved through negotiation and compromise. Because the cases in the show revolve around relationships that your students are involved in, relationships with close friends, siblings, and parents, for example, you can help them analyze and evaluate the ways they handle relationships and the inevitable disputes. You might ask them how rules for behavior get made. Who decides the right way to be a best friend, for example, or are there rules of friendship? Besides being fun to watch, we believe that Kids Court is the starting point for answering those unspoken questions that every young person is interested in. What is the right way to act? What are other ways besides using force to resolve disputes? No matter how you decide to use it in your classroom, we hope you and your students enjoy Kids Court.
The preceding program is part of Cable in the Classroom, a service of the cable television industry and your local cable company.
Wait a minute. Wait a teeny minute.
For Count Duckula. Next.
Nick's got the news. with Special Edition, a new show that'll plug you into the planet and fill you in on what's going on in the world. Special Edition lets kids speak out on issues you care about, like the environment. Plus, it'll show what kids like you are doing and what you can do to help clean up our world. Special Edition. Watch it, learn it, and pass it on. Because when Nick's got the news, you know it. Check out Nickelodeon's newest Special Edition, The Day the Earth Grew Up, today at 6:30, 5:30 Central on the only network for you, Nickelodeon.
Your teacher doesn't know. Nuclear physicists don't know. Even the president doesn't know. But you do. It's What Would You Do? Nickelodeon's brand new show where only you know what you would do. I'm Mark Summers, and I want to know how far you'll go. Would you wear a snake as a necktie? Juggle raw eggs? How about stick your face under an elephant? What Would You Do? Weekends at 6, 5 Central on the only network for you, Nickelodeon.
You do.
It seems Wendell has eaten Cinnamon Toast Crunch supplies everywhere.
Except here, the Cinnamon Toast Crunch warehouse.
Irresistible!
Hurry!
I gotta have that blast of cinnamon and sugar.
You just can't resist Cinnamon Toast Crunch, can you?
The crunchy part of this complete breakfast.
See, Wendell? There's enough for everybody.
Even me.